Hello everybody, it's your boy 82 Kid here. So I thought that I would make a video kind of because I see everybody, I guess because it's summertime, right? Ooh, forgot to take that out. Yeah. So this video is to show you. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you. I need to get better camera equipment. In the meantime, I'm working with what I got. Let's get back to the video. So this video, because I've just been going through it, is to show you how to just... Maybe you're having trouble cooling your cooling system. Maybe it's overheating. Maybe you're losing coolant. Let's give a once-over of what to look for. So, the first thing that you should look for on your cooling system if you're having trouble is leaks. You should look to see if your cooling is as simple as some kind of external leak. If you have see, this car had an external leak. All this little residue right here is probably from when coolant was sitting on the hose. It'll leave this white powdery stuff, usually. This is dried up coolant. So look to see that your clamps are tight. That it could be as simple as a loose clamp. This car it was a loose clamp and was letting coolant drip. That's a new clamp, and that's a new clamp too. So the first thing you want to do in checking your car for cooling system problems is not only to make sure that the hose is in good condition, but you want to make sure that your clamps are tight. And I can tell you, clamps can fail. They can loosen. I replaced my clamps because you can tighten them all the way and they won't put as much force as a brand new clamp. A clamp can fail. Hopefully I'll save someone a lot of time and headache. If you're looking for leaks and you can't find it and you can't figure it out and you've tightened that clamp as much as it'll go, replace the clamp. I don't really like the ones from AutoZone. I've been through it. They're suboptimal, as we say. But a new clamp is better than an old clamp. You can tighten it, it'll put force on. So make sure your hoses are tight, make sure your clamps are good, and make sure your hoses have no leaks. If you have an external leak, you will probably know about it. However, one quick thing about an external leak. You might not know about it. It might be evasive. It might be a very small leak, some kind of a pinhole leak, and it might only happen under pressure. It might only be an external leak when the engine is fully warmed up and you're driving down the road and maybe under throttle, probably more than likely under throttle, and it's coming out from somewhere that you don't know. So let's take a look at some places, some less obvious places that you can check to look for a leak. Again, I just went through all of this. I just went through almost all of this, so I figured a good time to make a video before we continue on our way. So some less obvious places that you can check are your heater core. In this case, this heater core is technically supposed to have constant tension clamps. These are what some people will call banjo clamps. They're the ones that you take with the plier and you squeeze them and then you got to pull them off. They don't look like these. These take a screwdriver. But make sure, do the same thing. Make sure that these clamps are tight. Make sure that they're all the way down. Make sure they're new. Make sure there's no leaks in the hoses. It could be a leaking heater. And then also at some point they go into the, obviously your heater core is in here, guys. Your heater core is somewhere in the dashboard, all right? Your heater core is in here. So obviously the hoses come into it. So it could be where they ultimately go in. I don't know the exact routing on the suit. Well, no, there's one right there. It could be that. I've actually never checked that hose, but if the car is running, you can visually check for leaks as well. Also, check your throttle body hose. I have videos about this right here. If you look at it, it's a less obvious hose. You got your air box. You got your idle air control valve. Look under the idle air control valve. You have a heater hose. And that heater hose kind of goes from point A to point B. That I've had that disintegrate before. I've had that hose just disintegrate and turn to mush. So the first thing you're going to want to look for in checking for a leak is an external leak. Is it dripping? It could be that simple. If it's dripping, then it's not going to stay in the engine and you're going to have low coolant. The next thing is to look for a less obvious external leak, like one that's maybe happening under pressure. Maybe you're running the car. Maybe you can go like this. If you have an old school car like mine, this is a 2002, you can open up the throttle. See what I'm doing? And the car is running. The car is not running right now, but you can go like this and it'll rev up, rev up, rev up, rev up, rev up, rev up. And you can see, I mean, don't over rev your engine, but you can create RPMs. And check your hoses, check for external leaks. It should be nice and firm. These are still warm. It's warm to the touch. Now, it kind of makes me wonder that it hasn't really cooled down yet. This is going to have to be supposed to go back down. If this overflow does not go back down, that's when it's time to look at your radiator cap. Let me give you a quick about that real quick and then I'll end the video. Yeah, so basically, we're going to see if the cap is allowing coolant to drain back down. If you have to use a cap, some cars don't care, you could just get any one. This is a cap from my car from AutoZone. This is an OE cap. This is original equipment. This one has allowed coolant to drain back down. So if that does, you know what? Hold on. I got an idea. Hold on. I'll just show you guys. Now, again, you should never open a cap hot, but I just told you this is warm. Let's see if it wants to spray at me. I need to know. I really think this is a bad cap, you guys. I really think this is a bad cap because not only did it not allow fluid to suck back, but we also have fluid level a little bit low in this radiator. I do not like that. So I'm going to put the other cap back on because that's a symptom of a bad radiator cap. If it doesn't drain back down, like to where I made that black mark, like this black mark right here, if it doesn't drain back down, you might not have a good radiator cap. So I'm going to end the video right there. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm just working with my phone right now. I, of course, am 82 Kid. I hope this video found useful. Hopefully somewhere there's someone with an overheating issue. And I hope that what I've went through will definitely help you out. Thank you so much, and you all have a wonderful day.